Imagine lying beneath a wide, dark sky where the air settles softly around you, cool and gentle, like the quiet breath of night brushing against your skin. Above you, a pale ribbon of light stretches from one horizon to the other. It glows faintly, as though painted with a soft, ancient brush. This is the Milky Way, your cosmic home, shimmering gently in the stillness. And as you breathe slowly, settling deeper into your resting place, you might quietly wonder, where are you watching from tonight? Wherever it is, let the night cradle you. Let the galaxies drift above you. Let your mind soften like starlight dissolving in calm air. You don't need to stay awake. You don't need to hold on to every word. The Milky Way is a quiet giant, a spiral of hundreds of billions of stars drifting together in a slow, ancient dance. Imagine standing on a hill far from city lights, feeling cool grass beneath you, hearing only your own breath and the faint rustle of distant leaves. Above you, the galaxy curls like a soft cloud, not aggressive, not overwhelming, just patient, drifting, luminous. Have you ever wondered what it feels like to belong to something so vast, so old, so profoundly gentle? Imagine the galaxy now. Feel its weightless presence surrounding you. Hear the soft silence between its stars. See its spiral arms stretching out like long, delicate ribbons. Let yourself drift into that endless calm. Some stars in the Milky Way are young and bright, glowing with blue-white fire. Others are ancient, older than the Earth itself, burning dimly in warm shades of red and amber. These old stars drift quietly in the galaxy's outer halo, moving slowly through vast darkness. They are like quiet elders in a cosmic forest, watching countless ages pass. Have you ever looked at an old tree and felt the quiet history held within its rings? Imagine those stars now. Feel the ancient warmth of their light. Hear the slow hum of time passing around them. See them hanging in silent darkness like lanterns in a deep cavern. Let their slowness calm your breath. Deep inside the Milky Way lies an enormous gathering of stars, the galactic bulge. This region glows softly like the warm embers of a fire at the end of a long night. It is dense, full of tightly packed stars drifting through one another's gravity. And yet, in the midst of all this mass, there is stillness, a deep, quiet gravity holding everything together. Have you ever pressed your palm against warm stone and felt a sense of ancient calm radiating outward? Imagine the bulge glowing with that same warmth. Feel the gravity pulling you gently towards stillness. Hear the quiet drift of countless stars. See their golden glow spreading like molten light. Let yourself rest in that warmth. At the very center of the galaxy lies something extraordinary. A gentle giant known as Sagittarius A, a supermassive black hole. It is not violent or terrifying. It simply rests, a silent anchor around which the entire galaxy turns. It does not pull recklessly. It does not roar. It simply exists in perfect stillness, a quiet presence shaping the slow swirl of starlight around it. Imagine walking into a circular room where the air feels heavier in a comforting way, like the hush inside a cathedral. Feel that weight settle softly in your chest. Hear echoes of ancient energy humming gently. See starlight swirling around an invisible center. Let that center calm your thoughts. You don't need to understand. You don't need to stay awake. Far from the center, in the spiral arms, stars are born inside vast clouds of gas and dust. These clouds drift softly, illuminated from within by newborn stars that glow like warm embers beneath thick blankets. Star nurseries such as the Orion Nebula are like cosmic cradles, where gravity gently gathers material until new suns ignite, breathing warm light into the quiet darkness. Have you ever watched fog rolling slowly across a field, glowing gold in the early morning sun? Imagine star-forming clouds with that same soft glow. Feel the cool dust swirling around you. Hear the faint crackle of gas collapsing inward. See soft bursts of starlight flickering like tiny candles. Let your breath drift with those clouds. Between the spiral arms lies the galaxy's quiet interarm space. It is not empty, but it is calm. So calm that stars drift for millions of years with no disturbance. Dust floats silently. Gas spreads like faint perfume through vast halls of darkness. Light travels patiently, never rushing, never hurrying. Imagine standing in a library after everyone has left. Feel the quiet settle around you like a warm blanket. Hear the soft hum of distant air currents. See dust drifting in warm lamplight. Let yourself drift into that silence. You don't need to stay awake. The Milky Way is surrounded by a faint halo of dark matter, unseen, silent, but gently guiding the motion of stars. It holds the galaxy like a tender hand, providing structure without ever revealing itself. Not intrusive, not forceful, simply present. Have you ever felt someone's presence beside you in a quiet room, even before they spoke? Imagine dark matter with that same soft presence. Feel it surrounding you calmly. Hear its silence blending with your breath. See the galaxy resting inside its invisible arms. Let that quiet companionship ease your mind. Scattered around the galaxy are globular clusters, ancient gatherings of stars bound together in spherical groups. These clusters shine like soft beads in the darkness, each containing thousands of stars that formed at the same time, moving together like dancers who have practiced the same slow steps for billions of years. Imagine a ballroom lit only by candlelight. Feel polished wood beneath your feet. Hear soft footsteps gliding across the floor. See figures swirling in harmonious circles. Let those motions lull your mind into calmness. You don't need to stay awake. You can drift. The Milky Way moves through space gently, traveling quietly through the cosmic sea at hundreds of kilometers per second. Yet in space, there is no rush, no wind, no pressure. Motion is silent. Motion is calm. Entire galaxies drift like clouds in a boundless sky. Have you ever watched clouds slide across the sky so slowly you almost didn't notice they were moving? Imagine the Milky Way drifting like that. Feel the cool stillness around it. Hear nothing but your own breathing. See the galaxy gliding through space like a soft whisper. Let your mind drift with it. On the edge of the Milky Way, stars move differently. They orbit more slowly, pulled by gravity from unseen dark matter. Their paths stretch across unimaginable distances, taking hundreds of millions of years to complete a single turn. These stars live in slow time, time that moves in long, gentle breaths. Imagine watching a candle flame sway in a room without wind. Feel its slow dance, hear its quiet crackle, see its light shifting softly. Let your mind fall into that rhythm. You don't need to stay conscious. The galaxy's spiral arms are not made of stars moving like a rigid wheel. Instead, they're waves. Soft density waves, like the rippling patterns you see when you gently stir water. Stars drift in and out of these waves, passing through them the way fish move through sunlight shimmering beneath the surface of a lake. Imagine gliding through shallow water, watching sunlight ripple across the sand below. Feel the cool water brushing your ankles. Hear gentle waves moving around you. See shifting patterns of light dancing beneath you. Let those patterns slow your thoughts. The Milky Way is also home to nebulae that glow in deep reds, blues, and violets, clouds lit from within by young stars. Some nebulae are shaped like wings, others look like mountains, some resemble soft, drifting curtains of light. Their shapes shift slowly, moulded by gentle stellar winds. Imagine watching smoke rising from warm incense, curling in slow spirals. Feel its warmth, hear its faint hiss, see it forming shapes of delicate mystery. Let your thoughts curl into that softness. You don't need to stay awake. Within the Milky Way, stars come in countless varieties: giants, dwarfs, supergiants, brown dwarfs glowing faintly like embers. Each one has its own calm story. Some burn quietly for billions of years, others flicker briefly and fade. Some pulse gently like beating hearts. Have you ever placed your hand on your chest and felt the slow, rhythmic warmth of your own heartbeat? Imagine stars with that same gentle rhythm. Feel their warmth. Hear their soft pulses echoing across light years. See their colours shimmering like distant candles. Let their rhythm merge with your breath. The Milky Way contains hundreds of billions of planets, worlds drifting in silent orbits, wrapped in darkness, bathed in starlight. Some are warm, some are icy, some are covered in oceans, some are shrouded in clouds. Each one moves through space with slow, patient grace. Imagine holding a smooth stone in your palm, shaped by water over millions of years. Feel its coolness. Hear nothing but your breath. See tiny imperfections glowing softly in dim light. Let that stillness settle over your thoughts. You don't need to remain conscious. Many of the stars you see with your eyes are only a small fraction of what exists. Most of the Milky Way is invisible, hidden behind dust lanes or drifting in regions too faint for your eyes. Yet even the unseen parts are full of calm, full of motion, full of quiet beauty. Imagine being in a dark room where warm light leaks softly through a curtain. Feel the warmth, hear faint rustling outside, see patterns of shadow moving gently. Let yourself drift into the hidden spaces. The Milky Way itself formed from earlier galaxies, small clusters of stars merging gently over vast time. These mergers weren't violent. They were slow, patient embraces between star groups. A dance, a drifting, a soft blending of cosmic families. Have you ever watched two slow rivers merge into one, their waters swirling together in gentle spirals? Imagine galaxies merging that way. Feel the quiet blending. Hear the soft currents sliding into each other. See stars drifting in graceful arcs. Let yourself drift along with them. And now imagine this. Our galaxy is moving toward another, the Andromeda Galaxy, its sister in the cosmic dark. In 4 billion years they will meet, not in collision, but in slow, swirling embrace, forming a new galaxy together. Stars will pass through each other with gentle ease. Space will ripple softly, light will blend. Imagine two clouds drifting together in a deep twilight sky. Feel their softness. Hear the quiet of evening settling in. See them overlapping gracefully. Let that image carry you towards sleep. You are part of this galaxy. You are part of its calm. You are drifting with its stars. Let yourself rest. Let yourself drift. Let yourself sleep. Imagine yourself floating in a vast open space where the air feels cool and gentle, as though the universe itself is breathing softly around you. The darkness is not empty. It glows faintly with drifting sparks of light. Thousands of tiny shimmering points stretch in every direction. Some glow softly, some flicker faintly, and others rest in calm, steady beams. These are the stars of your galaxy, each one a warm lantern suspended in an endless sea. And as you settle deeper into the moment, you may quietly ask yourself, what time is it where you are right now? Whatever the hour, let the stillness wrap around your shoulders like a soft blanket. Let your breath slow. Let your mind loosen its grip and drift. You don't need to stay awake. You don't need to hear every word. The Milky Way is a home of quiet stars, hundreds of billions of them. They drift through the galaxy like glowing seeds scattered across a dark field, each shining with its own calm rhythm. Some are brilliant, some are faint, some have burned for longer than every story ever told on Earth, and they all glow with a warmth that feels almost familiar, like distant campfires you can sense before you see. Have you ever stood outside at night and felt as though the stars were watching over you, ancient and patient? Imagine feeling that sensation again. Feel starlight settling gently on your skin. Hear the soft hush of darkness around you. See thousands of tiny suns flickering in slow, steady patterns. Let yourself drift deeper. Some stars are blue-white, burning hot and bright. They live fast lives, shining fiercely for a few million years before fading into softness. But even their fierceness is gentle when viewed from far away, like the distant glint of sunlight on rippling water. Imagine standing beside a calm lake at dusk. Feel cool air brushing your cheeks. Hear water moving gently against the shore. See flickers of light dancing on the surface. Let those lights mirror the stars above you. You don't need to stay alert. Other stars glow in warm amber tones, cooler, older, and softer. These orange and red stars last trillions of years, burning their fuel slowly, patiently, like quiet candles that never hurry. Many of the stars you see in the night sky are just like this, calm, ancient, drifting through the galaxy with a kind of cosmic serenity. Have you ever held a small candle in your hands and watched the flame sway gently, steady and warm? Imagine stars burning like that. Feel their warmth glowing faintly on your face. Hear the slight crackle of imagined flame in deep space. See their amber light drifting across cosmic dust. Let your breath mimic their slow rhythm. Some stars come in pairs, orbiting one another in an elegant dance that lasts millions of years. These binary systems spiral gracefully, each star tethered by gravity's soft pull. They move around a shared center, circling the way two dancers spin slowly in a quiet room. Imagine watching two fireflies circling each other in warm summer air. Feel the night breeze on your skin. Hear crickets humming softly. See faint trails of light spiraling in gentle arcs. Let yourself drift into that slow dance. You don't need to think. You can float. There are also triple star systems, where three suns trace graceful loops around one another in complex but peaceful patterns. Imagine what a sky might look like from a planet orbiting such a trio. Mornings that begin with one sun rising, afternoons painted by another's warm glow, evenings lit faintly by a third star drifting low across the sky. Have you ever watched multiple lanterns floating across a dark river, each one glowing softly as it drifts past the others? Imagine stars glowing like those lanterns. Feel their warm light brushing your eyelids. Hear the quiet movement of cosmic winds. See three suns weaving slow paths in a dark sky. Let your thoughts drift with them. You don't need to stay awake. Some stars pulse, slowly expanding and contracting like cosmic heartbeats. These variable stars brighten and dim in graceful rhythms that can last days, months, or even years. Their pulses ripple softly across space, carried on light waves that travel for thousands of light years. Imagine placing your hand over your chest and feeling your heartbeat echo through your fingers. Feel that gentle rhythm. Hear a soft pulse in your imagination. See a star glowing brighter, then softer, then brighter again. Let your breath follow that pattern. You can drift. There are stars that spin rapidly, rotating dozens or hundreds of times each second. From afar, their speed is invisible. Their light remains steady, calm, peaceful. Only up close would you feel the dizzying pace, but from this distance, they seem as still as stones resting on the bottom of a slow river. Imagine watching a wheel spinning so quickly that it looks perfectly still. Feel the illusion of calm. Hear faint humming in the air. See the wheel shimmering in soft light. Let that stillness settle into your body. You don't need to understand. Some stars form clusters, groups of hundreds or thousands moving through the galaxy like families traveling together. These open clusters shimmer beautifully in the night sky. They're stars forming gentle patterns of blue and white that look like handfuls of diamonds scattered across black velvet. Have you ever seen frost glitter across a window pane as morning sunlight touches it? Imagine star clusters glittering like that. Feel the cool air around them. Hear faint crackles of icy light. See stars shimmering in delicate patterns. Let the glimmer ease your thoughts. Clusters drift apart slowly over time, pulled by the galaxy's gentle tides. But while they remain together, their stars are siblings, born from the same swirling cloud, glowing with shared origins. Imagine siblings walking side by side along a quiet road at night. Feel the warmth of companionship. Hear footsteps in soft gravel. See their silhouettes moving together. Let your mind drift into that calm unity. The Milky Way also contains supergiants, enormous stars with volumes so large you could fit millions of suns inside them. Despite their size, their light spreads gently across space, diluted by distance. From Earth they appear as simple points of calm brightness. Imagine seeing a massive bonfire from miles away. Feel no heat, only soft light. Hear no crackle, only silence. See a faint glow on the horizon. Let that distant warmth comfort you. Some stars glow in colours invisible to your eyes, shades of ultraviolet or infrared, hues that only special telescopes can see. These hidden colours drift quietly through the galaxy, unseen yet essential, like the warmth of a smile felt rather than seen. Imagine hearing a note played on a piano too soft to be audible, yet feeling the vibration ripple through the room. Feel that subtle presence. Hear the imagined tone. See soft waves of invisible colour. Let that subtlety soothe you. You don't need to stay awake. There are also cold, dark stars, brown dwarfs that never ignited fully. They glow faintly in deep infrared, like embers at the edge of a dying fire. They drift through the galaxy without fuss or brightness, content to exist quietly, unnoticed. Have you ever seen the last embers of a fire glowing deep orange in the dark? Imagine those embers drifting through space. Feel their warmth fading slowly. Hear their faint hiss. See darkness settling around them. Let that quiet comfort your heart. Some stars die in gentle ways, shedding their outer layers in thin glowing shells. These shells form planetary nebulae, beautiful circles and spirals of gas expanding outward like delicate cosmic blossoms, not explosions, but blooming. Imagine watching a flower slowly open its petals in slow motion. Feel the air shift around it. Hear soft rustling of leaves. See glowing colour unfolding petal by petal. Let yourself drift into that blooming. Other stars fade into white dwarfs, tiny, dense, glowing remnants that radiate soft light for billions of years as they cool. They are quiet survivors, carrying the last warmth of their former selves. Imagine holding a warm stone that slowly cools in your hand. Feel its heat fading gently. Hear silence deepening around you. See its glow dimming softly. Let that warmth guide you toward rest. You don't need to remain awake. Throughout the galaxy, starlight pours across space in straight lines, traveling quietly without interruption. Light from some stars has been traveling for so long that it left its source before humans existed, before Earth took its current shape, before oceans and forests formed. Have you ever looked at an old photograph and felt the distant presence of a moment long gone? Imagine starlight carrying its own ancient memories. Feel the age of that light touching your skin. Hear the soft whisper of time passing. See the glow arriving after its long journey. Let yourself drift into that history. Even the darkness between the stars is full of softness. Dust, gas, faint glimmers of photons scattered across unimaginable distances. No part of the galaxy is truly empty. There is always something drifting, always something glowing faintly, always something humming quietly in the cosmic dark. Imagine standing in a dark room and realizing that shadows move gently around you, shaped by a light you cannot see. Feel that delicate motion, hear faint rustling, see dim patterns shifting softly. Let the unseen calm you. The stars of the Milky Way surround you, cradle you, guide the Earth's slow orbit, shape the seasons, define the night sky you've known your entire life. They are the steady heartbeat of your cosmic home. Imagine lying on soft grass beneath a warm summer sky. Feel the earth holding you, hear wind moving through tall trees, see stars shimmering above in perfect patient stillness. Let that stillness drift into your breathing. You don't need awareness. You don't need memories. You only need rest. You are part of this galaxy, part of its stars, part of its quiet, drifting light. Let yourself go. Let yourself soften. Let yourself drift into sleep. Imagine yourself floating slowly through a warm night where the air feels velvet soft, the darkness gentle and welcoming, and the silence deep enough to cradle every breath you take. Above you, thin clouds drift like silver threads woven across the sky. Beyond them, unseen to your eyes but present in the quiet, lies a vast tapestry of dust and starlight, the Milky Way's soft rivers of cosmic material. As you breathe a little slower, you may wonder softly, are you in bed, on a couch, or somewhere peaceful? Wherever your body rests, let it feel held. Let your thoughts drift lightly. Let your chest rise and fall with gentle ease. You don't need to stay awake. You don't need to follow everything. The Milky Way is filled with dust, not the dry, irritating dust of earthly rooms, but cosmic dust, soft and ancient, made of carbon, ice, silicates, and tiny crystals drifting through space like delicate smoke. This dust settles in long streams throughout the galaxy, shaped by gravity, starlight, and the quiet winds that flow between stars. Have you ever watched dust dancing in a beam of warm sunlight, drifting slowly in the stillness of a quiet afternoon? Imagine cosmic dust moving like that. Feel its weightlessness brushing your skin. Hear the faint whisper of its motion. See it glitter faintly in distant starlight. Let your thoughts float with it. You can drift. Some of these dust clouds stretch across hundreds of light years, enormous, soft, shadowy forms that glow faintly in infrared light. They're not harsh or dark in a frightening way. They're gentle shadows, cool regions where stars rest before they are born. The dust absorbs starlight, then releases it slowly, like embers glowing after a fire has faded. Imagine a soft blanket warming under the sun, then cooling slowly as twilight settles. Feel the warmth fading. Hear quiet air settling into silence. See colours shifting gently from gold to blue. Let the cooling ease your breath. You don't need to understand the science. Within the Milky Way, dust gathers into nebulae, clouds shaped by invisible winds. Some are wispy, some are dense, some curl like feathers, some billow like fog rolling over hills. Each one moves slowly, so slowly that even in millions of years their shapes remain recognizable. Have you ever watched fog drifting across a valley, pooling softly in low places? Imagine nebulae drifting that way. Feel the cool mist wrapping around your arms. Hear the hush of distant movement. See soft curtains of light rippling through them. Let yourself drift deeper into this image. You can rest. One of the most famous dust clouds in the Milky Way is the Horsehead Nebula, a delicate silhouette shaped like a gentle creature emerging from cosmic mist. It is made of cool dust and gas, absorbing the bright starlight behind it. From Earth, it looks like a small dark statue carved from deep shadow. Imagine standing in a dim room where a curtain sways, revealing soft shapes hidden behind fabric. Feel the gentle motion. Hear fabric shifting in quiet air. See silhouettes forming and dissolving. Let those shapes cradle your thoughts. You don't need to stay awake. Other dust clouds glow brightly when nearby stars warm their surfaces. These are reflection nebulae, clouds that shine with the soft pale blue of scattered starlight. The Pleiades star cluster is wrapped in such a cloud, shimmering faintly like frost catching moonlight. Have you ever seen light reflecting off snow or ice on a winter morning, creating a soft blue glow? Imagine that glow drifting through space. Feel the cool radiance on your cheeks. Hear the faint crackle of frozen dust beneath your feet. See sparkling flecks suspended in quiet air. Let the coolness calm your mind. You can drift. Some dust clouds are heated from within by newborn stars. These warm the gas around them until it glows in reds and pinks, creating emission nebulae. Great blooming structures, like cosmic flowers unfolding petal by petal. Imagine watching a rose bloom in slow motion, its petals opening gently toward the light. Feel the soft air moving around it. Hear nothing but your own breath. See colours deepening into rich warmth. Let that blooming ease you toward rest. Other clouds hide their stars completely. These are dark nebulae, thick with dust so dense that no light escapes their interiors. They look like patches of shadow painted across the stars. But within these shadows, stars grow quietly, forming in safety, shielded from harsh radiation. Have you ever rested beneath a thick blanket, feeling the darkness around you as comforting rather than frightening? Imagine lying beneath a cosmic blanket now. Feel the weightless dark wrapping around you. Hear the hush of distant energy. See faint outlines glowing around the edges. Let yourself drift into the shelter of shadow. You don't need to stay conscious. Dust in the Milky Way contains grains as tiny as smoke particles, each one a fragment of ancient stars. When stars die, their outer layers drift into space, forming material that eventually builds new stars, planets, and even the atoms that make up your body. Imagine holding a handful of warm sand and realizing each grain is older than memory. Feel the fine texture slipping through your fingers. Hear the soft whisper as it falls. See sunlight glinting off each particle. Let that ancientness rest in your chest. You can drift deeper. Some regions of the galaxy contain dust lanes, long dark streaks weaving across the bright plane of the Milky Way. These lanes are like gentle rivers running through a luminous forest, separating regions of stars with soft velvet darkness. Have you ever walked through a forest at dusk, seeing paths of shadow winding between trees? Imagine those paths now. Feel cool earth beneath your feet. Hear leaves rustling softly. See streaks of twilight spreading across your path. Let yourself drift along one of those shadowed trails. You don't need to stay awake. Dust also scatters starlight, creating a phenomenon called extinction, a dimming of light that makes stars appear softer, more distant, more dreamlike. This softening effect gives the Milky Way its gentle, hazy appearance in the night sky. Imagine fog dimming the lights of a quiet village, turning each lamp into a warm, fuzzy glow. Feel the softened air brushing your face. Hear muffled sounds drifting through mist. See light diffused into soft halos. Let that gentleness ease your mind. You can rest. Deep within the Milky Way lies the Great Rift, a vast series of dust clouds stretching across the galaxy's bright core. These clouds form dark silhouettes against the glowing band of stars, like rivers of shadow separating islands of light. Have you ever looked at a map of winding rivers and felt calm knowing each one flows at its own patient pace? Imagine rivers of dust flowing that way. Feel their cool presence drifting past. Hear faint currents moving through invisible depths. See bright stars glowing on either side like lanterns along a shoreline. Let yourself drift gently beside them. You don't need to follow every detail. Some dust clouds emit faint radio waves, whispering secrets across space. Others glow in infrared. Some barely reveal themselves at all. But they are everywhere, drifting, swirling, forming shapes that change over the span of millions of years. Imagine lying on a soft hillside watching clouds drift across the sky. Feel the slow motion movement above you. Hear the sigh of wind between tall grasses. See shapes shifting into animals, mountains, waves. Let your imagination drift in their rhythm. You can soften, you can fade. Dust also helps create the delicate glow called zodiacal light, a faint triangular shimmer visible before dawn or after dusk, created by sunlight reflecting off dust in the inner solar system. This glow is gentle, almost invisible, like a dream appearing at the edge of your awareness. Imagine waking in the early morning and seeing a faint glow through your window, just enough to warm the room with soft light. Feel its tranquility. Hear the quietness of dawn. See dust drifting lazily in that glow. Let the softness wash over you. You can drift into sleep. Every speck of dust in the Milky Way is on a slow journey, carried by starlight, shaped by gravity, sculpted by stellar winds. Dust travels from star to star, cloud to cloud, world to world, carrying the memory of ancient suns within it. Imagine a feather carried on a slow, steady breeze. Feel its gentle weightlessness. Hear its soft flutter. See it drift in without aim or hurry. Let your mind drift like that feather. You don't need to stay awake. Dust gathers into molecular clouds, cold, dense regions where temperatures drop low enough for molecules to form. These clouds are the coldest places in the galaxy, calm and still, shielded from harsh radiation. Within them, new stars are born in silence. Imagine stepping into a quiet room with thick curtains drawn, where sounds are softened and light fades into warm darkness. Feel the stillness. Hear nothing but your own slow breathing. See shadows merging gently. Let that stillness ease your body into rest. You can rest. You can drift. You can sleep. The Milky Way's dust is the reason you can see its shape at all. It outlines the spiral arms, colours the nebulae, and creates the patchy glow of the night sky. Without dust, the galaxy would appear harsher, brighter, less mysterious. Dust is the softness of your cosmic home. Imagine placing your hand on a soft velvet fabric. Feel its gentle texture. Hear your fingers brushing lightly over it. See subtle patterns forming in the fibers. Let the fabric calm your senses. You don't need to hold on to consciousness. The dust of the Milky Way is also the dust of you. The carbon in your cells, the oxygen in your blood, the iron in your bones. All of it was forged in stars, drifted through nebulae, gathered into clouds, and eventually shaped into a world that would one day cradle your quiet breathing. Imagine that connection now. Feel stardust pulsing quietly inside you. Hear the soft hum of your own heartbeat. See yourself as part of something ancient and gentle. Let that realization carry you towards sleep. You are drifting. You are safe. You are made of the same dust that glows through the galaxy. Imagine settling into a place where your body feels completely supported. A bed, a couch, a soft chair, or a peaceful corner you chose tonight. The air around you rests gently against your skin. Your breath begins to slow, and overhead, in the vast and silent dark, the Milky Way continues its slow, ancient movement, carrying you with it through the universe. As you ease deeper into this moment, you might wonder softly, where are you watching from tonight? Wherever you are, let the room, the darkness, and the quiet hold you. Let gravity cradle every part of you. Let your breath fall into a calm rhythm. You don't need to stay awake. You don't need to remember everything. The Milky Way moves in ways you cannot feel, not because the motion is small, but because it is so constant, so smooth, so gentle that your body drifts along without resistance. The galaxy is like a vast ship sailing across a silent sea, and you are resting deep inside it, rocking softly, unknowingly, effortlessly. Have you ever been on a very calm boat, drifting slowly across water barely touched by wind? Imagine that feeling now. Feel the slow rocking beneath you. Hear faint ripples brushing the hull. See moonlight shimmering over calm water. Let yourself drift with that motion. That is how the Milky Way moves you. You are traveling right now, not just around the Earth's axis, not just around the sun, but through the entire galaxy, carried by the quiet weight of gravity. This motion is smooth, almost meditative. The Milky Way rotates with the patience of an ancient wheel, turning once every 225 million years. Imagine walking through a quiet museum, looking at a massive, slowly turning sculpture. Feel the stillness around it. Hear soft echoes in high ceilings. See the sculpture move so slowly it seems almost still. Let that slowness settle over your thoughts. You don't need to follow the details. The sun, and everything around it, including you, moves through the galaxy at about 220 kilometers per second. Yet you feel nothing, not a breeze, not a tug, not the slightest hint of movement. That silence is the gift of gravity, holding everything together in perfect balance. Have you ever been in a train so smooth and quiet that you forgot you were moving at all? Imagine that sensation now. Feel the gentle hum beneath your feet. Hear distant, muted vibrations. See scenery drifting slowly past the windows of your mind. Let yourself drift with them. You can rest. The sun's gravity holds Earth and the other planets in orbit, but something larger, something older, holds the Sun in orbit. The Milky Way's gravitational field stretches across 100,000 light-years, sculpting the motions of billions of stars, not forcefully, not abruptly, just patiently. Imagine walking through a garden where vines gently guide your path, not blocking, not pushing, simply shaping a gentle route forward. Feel the vines brushing softly against your arms. Hear wind rustling through leaves. See sunlight filtering through green canopies. Let that guidance calm you. You don't need to stay alert. The galaxy's gravity forms a disk, thin compared to its width. Stars bob up and down within this disk, rising above it and sinking below in slow, graceful waves. The Sun drifts through this pattern, gently oscillating like a buoy floating on calm water. Imagine lying on a soft raft on a warm lake. Feel the water lifting you gently. Hear distant birds calling. See clouds drifting slowly overhead. Let your body sway with the imagined waves. You can drift. Gravity also shapes the spiral arms, regions where stars, gas and dust bunch into waves. These arms move more slowly than the stars themselves, creating a gentle traffic pattern where stars drift through, linger for millions of years, and drift out the other side. Have you ever walked through a crowd moving peacefully, each person flowing in their own direction without collision? Imagine stars doing that. Feel the soft flow of movement around you. Hear quiet footsteps on smooth stone. See people drifting like gentle currents. Let that flow calm your thoughts. You don't need to keep track of anything. Above and below the Milky Way lies the galactic halo, a vast, faint sphere of stars and dark matter stretching far beyond the visible disk. Its gravity extends like invisible arms, holding the galaxy together from all sides, keeping everything in quiet unity. Imagine standing in a quiet field at night, feeling the sky arching overhead like a protective dome. Feel that soft shelter around you. Hear wind brushing over tall grass. See stars glowing through the curve of night. Let the dome of the sky help you breathe. You can drift deeper. Dark matter, invisible, silent, unseen, provides most of the galaxy's gravity. It does not shine, it does not collide. It simply exists in still, patient presence, adding weight to the galaxy and guiding the orbits of stars. Have you ever felt comfort knowing someone was nearby even when you couldn't see them? Imagine dark matter as that quiet companion. Feel its presence surrounding you. Hear nothing, just silence and warmth. See faint glimmers drifting through shadow. Let that presence lull you. You don't need to stay awake. As the Sun orbits the galaxy, it weaves gently through the spiral arms, moving in and out like a traveller drifting through forests and clearings. Each arm is a different kind of landscape. One full of young stars, one full of dust, one full of open space. Imagine walking through a forest path that opens suddenly into a meadow, then closes again beneath tall trees. Feel grass brushing your legs, hear leaves whispering overhead, see sunlight breaking through branches. Let yourself drift along that shifting path. You can soften, you can fade. Every motion in the Milky Way is slow compared to human time. Stars take hundreds of millions of years to orbit the center. Dust drifts for eons. Planets spin through cycles long past human memory. Everything moves with a rhythm too deep to feel moment by moment, yet steady enough to guide entire galaxies. Imagine listening to a heartbeat so slow you can't hear each pulse, only the long, steady presence of life. Feel that presence now. Hear a hum beneath silence. See soft waves of movement crossing your vision. Let that rhythm ease you. You don't need to remain conscious. Gravity also gathers stars into groups, open clusters, globular clusters, associations drifting together for millions or billions of years. Their shared motion feels like a family walking quietly across time. Have you ever walked side by side with someone for so long that you moved in the same rhythm without thinking? Imagine stars doing that. Feel their companionship. Hear nothing but soft cosmic breathing. See clusters drifting through space like lanterns in the dark. Let that image soothe your heart. You can drift further. The galaxy also moves through the universe. It drifts toward a region of space called the Great Attractor, a gravitational basin drawing entire clusters of galaxies toward it. This motion is silent, invisible, effortless. You're carried along without ever feeling the direction of travel. Imagine lying in a boat on a slow river, being carried gently downstream without paddling. Feel the water supporting you. Hear reeds brushing against the hull. See reflections sliding past. Let yourself drift with the current. You don't need to stay awake. Gravity also guides the movement of gas and dust, soft materials that drift like fog across the galaxy. These flows are shaped by shock waves from ancient supernovae, by the gentle pull of starlight, and by the slow settling of matter into the galactic plane. Imagine watching fog curl across a valley at dawn. Feel the cool air on your skin, hear distant droplets falling from leaves, see mist rolling in soft waves. Let your mind drift with that fog. You can rest. The galaxy itself is traveling through space at incredible speeds, around the center of the local group, toward the Virgo cluster, and through expanding space-time. Yet every motion feels like stillness from your perspective. The universe expands around you like a quiet dream stretching outward without sound. Have you ever watched a shadow moving across the room, slowly shifting as the sun rises or sets, without hearing a sound? Imagine the Milky Way drifting that way. Feel space unraveling gently around you. Hear silence deepening. See stars gliding in slow arcs. Let the quiet expansion cradle you. You don't need awareness. Gravity is the storyteller of the galaxy. It shapes orbits. It guides stars. It sculpts clouds. It curves starlight. It holds everything together with a touch so gentle you never feel it. Imagine a soft hand resting on your shoulder, steady and reassuring. Feel the warmth. Hear your breath sinking with its calm. See shadows softening around you. Let that touch help you drift. You can go deeper. You're traveling, even now, through silent space inside a galaxy that moves like a slow river of stars. You're drifting through gravitational currents older than Earth, older than the sun, older than almost everything you can imagine. Imagine lying on a raft under a calm night sky. Feel the raft rising and falling gently. Hear water murmuring against the wood. See stars shimmering overhead. Let the night rock you into rest. You don't need to stay awake. You don't need to remember any of this. You are part of the galaxy's motion, part of its drifting, part of its quiet gravity. Let yourself drift. Let yourself soften. Let yourself sleep. Imagine lying back, letting your body sink more deeply into whatever is holding you tonight. Your bed, your couch, a soft blanket wrapped gently around your shoulders. The air around you feels still, patient, almost warm. And far beyond the walls of your room, far beyond the sky you see each day, the sun moves quietly through the Milky Way, carrying Earth with it in a slow, ancient drift. As you breathe softly, you might wonder, what time is it where you are right now? Whatever the hour, let the moment cradle you. Let your breath slow. Let your thoughts loosen. You don't need to stay awake. You don't need to hear every word. The sun is your star, a soft lantern glowing at the center of your solar system. But here, in the calm expanse of the Milky Way, the sun is only one star among hundreds of billions. From a distance, it would look like an ordinary point of light drifting through a spiral arm. Not bright, not extraordinary, simply warm, simply steady, simply alive. Have you ever held a candle and felt the quiet glow warming your hands, even though the flame was small? Imagine the sun with that same gentle warmth. Feel it resting on your skin. Hear its silence spreading through space. See its golden light dissolving into darkness. Let that warmth help you breathe more slowly. You can drift. The sun was born 4.5 billion years ago in a cloud of gas and dust, a cradle of swirling material inside one of the Milky Way's quiet arms. Long ago, long before Earth existed, long before oceans formed or mountains rose, the sun was nothing more than collapsing stardust, gathering itself into a glowing sphere. Imagine watching soft mists swirl in morning sunlight, forming shapes that slowly come together. Feel the coolness of the mist. Hear the silence of dawn. See particles drifting, converging, aligning. Let that slow formation comfort you. You don't need to understand it. When the sun first ignited, a soft burst of energy filled the cloud around it. Not a violent explosion, but a warm, expanding glow. Light spread out, heat radiated. The surrounding dust began to swirl into rings. Eventually, those rings formed planets, moons, and smaller worlds. Earth was among them. This is your home, built from the sun's gentle beginnings. Have you ever watched a potter shaping clay slowly on a wheel, forming a smooth, round vessel from loose material? Imagine planets forming that way. Feel the slow rotation. Hear soft scraping as the shape emerges. See rings gathering into worlds. Let your mind drift with the turning of that wheel. You can rest. As the sun aged, its light became steady, a calm flame that has barely changed for millions of years. It burns quietly, converting hydrogen into helium through a process so smooth and balanced that its brightness varies only slightly. This stability is rare. Many stars flicker wildly. Some flare, some pulse, but the sun glows with peaceful consistency. Imagine sitting beside a fireplace where the flames settle into a warm, steady glow after a long night. Feel the heat spreading gently. Hear the soft crackle of wood. See light dancing in calm rhythms. Let that steadiness lull you. You don't need to stay alert. The sun drifts around the center of the Milky Way once every 225 million years. That means Earth has completed about 20 laps since the sun was born. 20 laps around a galaxy. 20 cosmic years. Yet you live only a brief moment within that long journey. A quiet breath in the life of a star. Have you ever looked at an old tree and realized your entire life fits within a tiny fraction of its quiet existence? Imagine the sun with that same long stillness. Feel its age resting around you. Hear its slow heartbeat humming across space. See its warm light spreading through the solar system. Let that ancient calm settle over you. You can drift deeper. The sun travels through the galaxy at incredible speed, yet space is so vast and smooth that the motion feels like absolute stillness. The solar system is suspended in an ocean of calm darkness, moving silently, without pressure or sound. The Milky Way rotates gently around you. You feel none of it. You are carried without effort. Imagine yourself resting in a space where the air feels warm and still, as though the night has wrapped itself around you in a soft embrace. Your body settles deeper into the place where you're lying, your bed, your couch, a soft patch of quiet floor, and every muscle begins to unwind like petals opening under gentle light. Above and around you, far beyond the world you know, the Milky Way drifts through a calm ocean of galaxies, each one glowing faintly in the cosmic dark. Some are close, some are distant, some are like whispers, barely visible. Others are warm companions drifting beside our own galaxy, like lanterns on a midnight sea. And as your breath slows, you may wonder quietly, are you in bed, on a couch, or somewhere peaceful? Wherever you're settling, let that place cradle you. Let your limbs loosen. Let gravity hold you with gentle, patient hands. You don't need to stay awake. You don't need to follow every word. The Milky Way is not alone. It moves through space surrounded by dozens of smaller galaxies, tiny companions that follow its gravitational path the way small boats drift behind a quiet ship. These are the dwarf galaxies of the local group, faint, soft, barely glowing bodies made of ancient stars and delicate streams of stardust. Have you ever walked through a forest at dusk and seen faint fireflies drifting near the edges of your vision? Imagine those fireflies as galaxies. Feel their soft presence around you. Hear the quiet of evening as they flicker. See small sparks of light hovering near tall trees. Let that gentle image draw you deeper into rest. Two of the Milky Way's closest companions are the Magellanic Clouds, the Large and Small Magellanic Cloud. These are small, irregular galaxies, glowing faintly in the southern sky. They look like pale smudges, as though the night sky inhaled a soft breath and didn't quite let it go. Imagine a faint cloud of mist illuminated by moonlight, hovering above a calm lake. Feel the cool air brushing your cheeks. Hear water lapping softly at the shore. See mist drifting in delicate patterns. Let the gentleness of that scene settle over you. You can drift. The Large Magellanic Cloud is home to the Tarantula Nebula, a vast, luminous region where stars are born in glowing clusters. It is one of the brightest star-forming regions in our galactic neighborhood, a quiet nursery of starlight glowing softly across 160,000 light years. Have you ever stood outside a window at night and seen warm light glowing from inside a distant house, soft and inviting? Imagine the Tarantula Nebula that way. Feel warmth spilling out through cosmic windows. Hear faint echoes of newborn stars stirring. See glowing gas blooming in slow motion. Let your breath fall into that gentle rhythm. You don't need to stay alert. The small Magellanic Cloud, fainter and more delicate, drifts nearby like a smaller companion leaning gently against the larger one. These galaxies are slowly being pulled in by the Milky Way's gravity, not violently, but tenderly, like threads weaving into a larger tapestry. Imagine two small leaves floating on a slow-moving stream, drifting closer and closer until they touch lightly. Feel the soft current carrying them. Hear distant water murmuring. See leaves resting side by side. Let your mind drift with the current. You can soften. The Milky Way has many dwarf spheroidal galaxies, faint ghost-like companions with barely visible stars spread thinly across enormous volumes. These galaxies don't shine brightly, they whisper. They hover in the dark like memories. Many move through elongated, graceful paths, curving slowly around the Milky Way like dancers circling a dim lantern. Have you ever seen dust motes drifting through a ray of warm sunlight? Imagine those motes as galaxies. Feel the stillness of the room. Hear silence settling in your ears. See tiny sparks floating in golden haze. Let yourself drift among them. You don't need to think. One of the quietest companions is the Sagittarius dwarf galaxy, a faint cluster of stars stretched into a long stream as it spirals slowly into the Milky Way. Over billions of years, it will merge fully with our galaxy, contributing its stars to our galactic halo. Imagine a soft ribbon untangling in slow motion, unwinding gently into a pool of silk. Feel the fabric brushing your fingertips. Hear nothing but your soft breathing. See the ribbon blending into stillness. Let your mind unwind like that ribbon. You can go deeper. Another companion, the Canis Major over density, may also be a small galaxy drifting through the Milky Way's outer regions. Its stars form long, soft trails that wrap around the galaxy like faint brushstrokes painted across the dark. Imagine strokes of watercolor spreading gently across paper. Feel the brush moving smoothly. Hear water whispering against paper fibers. See colors blooming softly outward. Let that image quiet your thoughts. You don't need to remain awake. The Milky Way is part of a collection of galaxies called the Local Group, a family of more than 50 galaxies, all drifting together through the cosmic sea. These galaxies do not collide chaotically. They drift in slow currents shaped by dark matter and cosmic expansion. Imagine families walking together on a beach, each at their own pace, all heading in the same general direction, moving gently in the evening light. Feel the sand beneath your feet. Hear waves brushing against the shore. See silhouettes glowing under a setting sun. Let yourself join that quiet walk. You can drift. The nearest major galaxy is Andromeda, a spiral larger than the Milky Way. Andromeda is a companion, a twin, a cosmic sister drifting toward us over billions of years. There is no rush, there is no urgency. The two galaxies glide toward one another like two clouds drifting together in a still evening sky. Have you ever watched two clouds approach each other slowly until their shapes merge? Imagine that merging now. Feel the softness. Hear nothing but a gentle exhale. See the shapes blending in calm unison. Let that merging cradle your thoughts. You don't need consciousness. Billions of years from now, Andromeda and the Milky Way will meet in a gentle slow-motion dance. Stars will glide past each other without touching. Dust will swirl softly. New shapes will form. A larger galaxy, a new cosmic home. Imagine dancers moving in slow, flowing circles across a quiet room, weaving patterns that shift over time. Feel the air moving gently around them. Hear soft footsteps brushing the floor. See the dance evolving with grace. Let your mind drift with that rhythm. You can rest. The Triangulum galaxy, smaller than the Milky Way and Andromeda, also drifts nearby. It is a quiet third partner in this cosmic trio, a soft glow in the dark, swirling with subtle blues and pinks. It moves gently through the local group, pulled softly by the motion of larger galaxies. Imagine a small lantern hanging from a porch in the evening, glowing faintly as the wind moves it. Feel the breeze, hear the creak of wood, see warm light swaying. Let that lantern accompany you into calmness. You can release everything. Dark matter forms an enormous structure around the local group, creating a silent, invisible net that binds the galaxies together. It acts with no sound, no pressure, no force you could ever feel. Only a soft cosmic pull that guides galaxies like leaves drifting in a calm pond. Imagine lying on your back in a still lake, floating without effort. Feel water supporting you. Hear distant ripples. See sky stretching endlessly above. Let yourself float. You don't need to stay awake. Beyond the local group lies the local sheet, a thin, flat region of galaxies moving together like rafts drifting on the same gentle current. Beyond that lies the Laniakea supercluster, a vast structure containing thousands of galaxies, all part of the same flowing motion across cosmic space. Have you ever stepped into a lazy river at a calm water park, letting the current carry you without effort? Imagine galaxies drifting that way. Feel the slow current beneath you. Hear water sliding along smooth stone. See sunlight reflecting on waves. Let the slow drift guide you closer to sleep. You can soften. The Milky Way's companions are faint, delicate, and patient. They do not rush. They do not collide violently. They drift with the galaxy through darkness so vast it feels infinite. Their presence is subtle, a quiet chorus accompanying the Milky Way as it sails through time. Imagine walking with soft companions through a quiet forest at night, each friend holding a small lantern that flickers gently in the dark. Feel their presence around you. Hear soft footsteps on pine needles. See lantern light forming warm halos. Let yourself drift among them. You can rest. Some dwarf galaxies orbit close to the Milky Way, slowly looping around it like moons orbiting a planet. Others wander farther out, brushing past only occasionally, leaving faint streams of stars behind them, soft trails like footprints fading in fresh snow. Imagine watching fresh snowfall at dawn, each step leaving a delicate pattern that slowly disappears in rising light. Feel cold air brushing your cheeks. Hear snow compressing beneath your feet. See footprints fading softly. Let yourself fade into that quiet morning. You don't need awareness. The Milky Way, Andromeda, the Magellanic Clouds, Triangulum, and all the quieter dwarfs drift together through the cosmos like a family of birds flying across the sky in long, gentle formation. Some fly closer, some spread out, some glide on the far edge of the flock, but they all move together. Imagine looking up and seeing birds moving in slow arcs, barely flapping their wings, carried by calm currents of air. Feel the breeze that lifts them. Hear distant rustling of feathers. See their silhouettes drifting gracefully. Let your breath fall into that same rhythm. You can drift into sleep. The Milky Way's companions are soft reminders that even in cosmic darkness, nothing is truly alone. Every galaxy is part of larger currents, larger flows, larger structures drifting through time with infinite patience. Imagine yourself drifting too, peacefully, gently, carried by something quiet and ancient. You're part of the galaxy, part of its companions, part of its slow, drifting motion. Let yourself rest. Let yourself loosen. Let yourself sleep. Imagine settling deeper into the place where your body rests tonight, feeling the softness beneath you slowly rise to meet your weight, as though the world itself is holding you carefully, tenderly. The air around you feels quiet, the kind of quiet that deepens in the late hours when the day has dissolved into darkness and even your thoughts begin to loosen at the edges. Somewhere far beyond your room, beyond the roof, beyond the sky you know, the Milky Way drifts softly through time, carrying its memories gently, like an ancient traveller whose footsteps echo across billions of years. As you breathe slowly, perhaps you wonder, where are you watching from tonight? Whether you're lying in bed, curled under blankets, or resting on a couch with dim light around you, let this moment settle. Let your breath soften. Let your mind begin to drift. You don't need to stay awake. You don't need to remember everything. The Milky Way is a memory keeper, not in words, not in stories told aloud, but in shapes, motions, remnants, and slow cosmic impressions left across its spiral arms. Every star tells a small part of the story. Every cloud remembers a fragment. Every stream of stardust carries whispers of what came before. Have you ever found an old photograph tucked inside a drawer and felt memories rising gently from its faded colours? Imagine the galaxy remembering that way. Feel time settling around you like warm dust. Hear echoes of distant stars humming softly. See layers of history drifting through the dark. Let those echoes guide your breath. You can drift deeper. Long ago, the Milky Way was smaller, a faint spiral beginning to form from ancient gas clouds. Over billions of years, it grew not through violence, but through slow merging with smaller galaxies. Each merger added stars, dust, gas, and quiet new pathways. The galaxy expanded like a tree growing new rings. Have you ever looked at the rings inside a fallen tree and seen the history etched into every layer? Imagine those rings as spiral arms. Feel your fingers brushing against ancient wood. Hear soft wind stirring leaves nearby. See patterns that stretch backward in time. Let your thoughts move through those rings. You don't need to think. The oldest stars in the Milky Way live in the halo, faint, quiet orbs drifting far above and below the galactic plane. They formed before the spiral arms, before the bar, before most of the galaxy existed. They shine with the gentle patience of elders, glowing with light that has barely changed for billions of years. Have you ever met someone whose presence felt ancient, calm, deeply grounded? Imagine those stars with that same presence. Feel their warmth touching your skin from across time. Hear a soft hum, steady and unchanging. See tiny pinpoints glowing like fireflies in a distant field. Let their calmness settle inside your chest. You can drift. Some of the Milky Way's past is written in star streams, long trails of stars pulled gently from dwarf galaxies that wandered too close. These streams wrap around the Milky Way like ribbons, their stars moving together in slow, graceful arcs. They are remnants of ancient companions, still drifting in patterns shaped long ago. Have you ever seen a scarf caught by a light breeze, its fabric flowing in delicate waves? Imagine star streams flowing that way. Feel the softness of fabric. Hear air whispering through threads. See waves curling gently in the wind. Let that motion unwind your thoughts. You don't need awareness. The Milky Way's central bar, a long glowing structure of stars, is another memory. It formed slowly as stars gathered inward and their orbits aligned into a quiet, elongated shape. The bar turns gently, like a lantern spinning slowly in warm air. Imagine watching a paper lantern turning in a quiet room, its soft light brushing the walls in slow circles. Feel that light warm your face. Hear its faint rustle. See gentle shadows shifting. Let yourself drift with that turning. You can soften. The galaxy's spiral arms are also memories, not rigid structures, but waves created by the passing of time. As stars move through these waves, they bunch briefly, then drift apart. Like cars gathering near a gentle curve in the road, the arms form from motion, not material. They are patterns carved by time itself. Have you ever watched waves roll in and out on a beach, each one rising, folding and dissolving back into the sea? Imagine spiral arms moving like that. Feel the sand beneath your feet. Hear waves whispering calmly. See white foam fading into wet shores. Let the ocean's rhythm merge with your breathing. You can drift deeper. Some parts of the Milky Way remember collisions, not destructive events, but slow embraces where galaxies pass through each other, exchanging stars and gas. These encounters left faint scars, warped disks, tilted rings, delicate ripples that shimmer through the galactic plane like echoes. Imagine ripples spreading across a still pond after you drop a single pebble. Feel the water's coolness, hear the quiet plunk. See circles expanding gently outward. Let those ripples carry you toward rest. You don't need to stay awake. The Milky Way also remembers through its star clusters, ancient groups bound together since the galaxy's earliest days. These clusters drift like soft, glittering seeds left from the universe's youth. Some glow in golden light, others shimmer in blue. All hold stories written in the chemical patterns inside each star. Have you ever held a handful of glittering sand and wondered where each grain came from? Imagine clusters shining like that. Feel grains sliding between your fingers. Hear soft rustling as they fall. See tiny sparks glinting in sunlight. Let that shimmering soothe your mind. You can fade. The galaxy remembers supernovas, but not through violence. Their remnants drift in gentle, expanding bubbles of gas, glowing softly in red and gold. These bubbles spread slowly, becoming part of new clouds, new stars, new worlds. The past becomes the material of the future. Imagine watching smoke from a candle swirl upward after the flame is blown out. Feel warm air rising. Hear the faint hiss of extinguished light. See soft trails curling in graceful spirals. Let those spirals guide you deeper into rest. You don't need to follow. The Milky Way even remembers the music of motion, the way stars oscillate above and below the galactic plane. This vertical motion creates a gentle up and down wave, like the soft breathing of a giant creature in a long, peaceful sleep. Have you ever lain beside someone and felt their breath rising and falling, slow and calm? Imagine the galaxy breathing that way. Feel its rise and fall beneath you. Hear soft rhythms echo through space. See stars drifting in gentle waves. Let your breath sync with that cosmic rhythm. You can rest further. Some memories are kept in gas clouds, cold molecular clouds that store chemistry for ancient stars. Within these clouds, complex molecules drift in silence, waiting to become part of new suns, new planets, perhaps even new forms of life in distant epochs. Imagine opening an old wooden chest and discovering objects from long ago scented with time. Feel the texture of worn fabric. Hear hinges creaking softly. See dust motes rising in warm beams of light. Let those textures ease your breath. You don't need to stay present. Even the colour of the galaxy speaks of its past. A soft mixture of warm yellows, cool blues, faint reds. Younger regions glow blue-white. Older regions glow golden. Dust lanes soften everything like gentle brushstrokes painted across a nighttime canvas. Have you ever watched twilight fade slowly into night, each minute shifting colours so subtly you barely notice? Imagine the Milky Way fading like that. Feel colours brushing against your thoughts. Hear nothing but soft silence. See hues blending into one another. Let the gradient quiet your mind. You can drift. The galaxy remembers through temperature as well. Warm regions glow, cold regions hide. Star-forming clouds lie in chill pockets. Dead stars cool into quiet embers. Imagine holding a mug of warm tea between your hands, feeling heat slowly seep into your palms. Feel that warmth. Hear steam rising faintly. See tendrils curling upward. Let the warmth move into your chest. You don't need awareness. Even dark matter, invisible, quiet, unknowable, holds the galaxy's memory in its shape. It created the first scaffolds on which stars formed. It guides the motion of the Milky Way today. Its presence is like a low, steady hum beneath a long song. Have you ever sensed a deep vibration in the ground, too soft to hear, but easy to feel? Imagine dark matter humming like that. Feel it under your body. Hear its imagined resonance. See stars drifting through its invisible structure. Let that hum relax you. You can sink deeper. As the Milky Way moves through space, it carries these memories with infinite patience. It does not rush forward. It does not cling to the past. It drifts through time the way snow drifts through a quiet forest, softly, silently, layer after layer. Imagine snow falling at night, each flake spinning gently in cold air. Feel the crispness on your skin. Hear muffled silence deepening. See white layers settling slowly. Let that snowfall settle inside you. You can drift now. You can soften. You can fall asleep. And as the galaxy moves, so do you. Carried through darkness, through time, through the soft memory of billions of years. You are part of the story. A quiet moment inside an ancient tale. A breath inside a cosmic dream. Let yourself rest. Let yourself drift. Let yourself sleep. Imagine settling deeper into the place where your body rests, feeling the soft weight of stillness gathering around you like a warm blanket. The air is gentle, the darkness is patient. And far beyond the boundaries of your room, beyond the edge of Earth's sky, the Milky Way drapes itself in layers of quiet, glowing dust. The soft veils that give our galaxy its dreamy, mist-like appearance. As your breath slows, you might wonder softly, are you lying down or simply drifting in a peaceful position? Whichever it is, let your body loosen. Let your shoulders sink. Let the night cradle you without effort. You don't need to stay awake. You don't need to hear everything. Galactic dust is not like the dust you know on Earth. It is made of tiny grains, carbon, silicates, ice, drifting in the emptiness between stars. These grains are so small that thousands could fit across the width of a single hair. But together, across billions of miles, they form luminous clouds that glow faintly in starlight. Have you ever seen sunlight streaming through a window, illuminating tiny particles floating in the air? Imagine those particles as cosmic dust. Feel the softness of the light. Hear the quiet of the room. See the floating motes drifting like tiny worlds. Let that slow drift settle inside you. You can fade gently. The Milky Way's dust clouds create the soft, dark lanes you see stretching across the night sky. They are not empty. They are full of potential, full of chemistry, full of the materials that become new stars and planets. These clouds are like cosmic wombs, tucked gently into the arms of the galaxy. Have you ever watched fog rolling across a calm field at dawn, thick in some places, thin in others, moving with delicate breaths of wind? Imagine galactic dust that way. Feel cool air brushing past your skin. Hear faint dew falling onto grass. See fog swirling with soft purpose. Let yourself drift deeper into that image. You don't need to think. Some dust clouds glow faintly with a blue shimmer. This is because they reflect starlight, scattering it softly, the way moonlight reflects off snow. These are reflection nebulae, the galaxy's gentle mirrors. Imagine walking at night after snowfall, the world bright even without the sun. Feel soft snow beneath your feet. Hear the muted crunch of footsteps. See pale blue light glowing from every surface. Let your breath slow to match the quiet. You can drift. Other dust clouds absorb starlight, glowing softly in infrared, warm, patient, ancient. These clouds are the hidden glowing embers of the galaxy, shining where no eyes can see, radiating warmth into darkness. Have you ever placed your hands near a fire that has nearly burned out, feeling the soft heat still lingering in the coals? Imagine dust clouds like that. Feel their gentle warmth. Hear silence deepening around them. See faint red glows pulsing slowly. Let that warmth touch your mind. You can soften. Dust gathers into filaments, long, delicate strands that stretch across light years. These filaments twist and curl like drifting smoke, shaping the skeletons of future stars. Imagine watching smoke rise from a candle in a still room. Feel the air warm where the flame once burned. Hear nothing but your slow breathing. See smoke twisting upward in thin, graceful lines. Let that rising motion lift your thoughts. You don't need awareness. Inside dense knots of dust, molecules form. Water, carbon monoxide, ammonia, even simple organics. These molecules are the first whispers of chemistry that may someday become oceans, air, soil, or even life. Have you ever opened a book with old yellowed pages and inhaled the scent of time itself? Imagine molecular clouds with that same ancient scent. Feel age resting around you. Hear paper rustling softly. See pages turning slowly on a gentle breeze. Let that age comfort you. You can drift deeper. When dust clouds collapse under their own weight, stars form, slowly, quietly, in cocoons of darkness. The dust hides young stars until they gather enough strength to shine through, like a child pushing aside curtains to look outside for the first time. Imagine standing behind sheer drapes as morning sunlight begins to glow more brightly, pressing through the fabric. Feel soft light touching your face. Hear faint morning sounds. See the silhouette of dawn emerging. Let that quiet anticipation soothe you. You don't need to stay present. Sometimes dust forms long, curling pillars, shapes sculpted by starlight and gentle winds from newborn stars. These pillars look like celestial mountains rising from the darkness, glowing faintly along their edges with blue or gold. Imagine walking through canyons at dusk, the rock faces glowing with the last traces of sunlight. Feel stone radiating warmth. Hear wind brushing past narrow walls. See shadows deepening with calm purpose. Let those canyons cradle your mind. You can drift. The Milky Way's dust holds memories, fragments of ancient stars that lived and died long before the sun was born. Every grain was once part of something larger, a star, a planet, a comet, a cloud. Dust is recycled stardust, drifting across billions of years to become the seeds of new worlds. Have you ever held something precious that once belonged to someone long gone and felt their presence in the weight of it? Imagine dust grains as those keepsakes. Feel their history resting lightly. Hear echoes of long-gone stars. See tiny sparks of ancient memory. Let that continuity calm you. You can sink deeper. Dust also softens the galaxy's light, dimming distant stars, reddening their glow, creating a dreamy haze that makes the Milky Way look almost like a watercolor painting stretched across the night. Imagine dipping a brush into water and watching colors spread into soft gradients. Feel the gentle motion of your hand. Hear the faint sound of bristles on paper. See pigments blooming outward in slow ripples. Let your thoughts bloom with them. You can fade. Some dust clouds form dark nebulae, regions so thick they block the stars behind them entirely. These shadows move slowly across the galaxy like drifting nightfall, obscuring light with gentle opacity. Have you ever watched a shadow move across your room as the sun sets, lengthening slowly until it covers everything? Imagine dark nebulae forming those shadows. Feel the cool shade brushing over your skin. Hear quiet deepening. See darkness softening edges of light. Let those shadows lull you. You can rest. Even as dust hides stars, it does so with purpose. It protects newborn suns from harsh radiation. It shelters delicate molecules. It creates the quiet conditions needed for new worlds to grow. Imagine placing a blanket over a sleeping child, shielding them from bright light. Feel the softness of the fabric. Hear calm breathing beneath it. See the gentle rise and fall of sleep. Let that image settle inside you. You don't need to think. Over millions of years, dust is shaped by starlight, pushed, warmed, sculpted. Radiation pressure moves it like wind moves sand dunes, forming ripples, waves, and delicate contours across vast distances. Imagine standing on a quiet beach, watching dunes shift slowly under the push of the wind. Feel grains brushing your ankles. Hear wind singing softly through tall grasses. See patterns forming in slow, graceful lines. Let your thoughts follow those lines. You can drift further. The Milky Way's dust bridges the gaps between stars, creating a soft network that connects regions of the galaxy like threads in a tapestry. These threads carry chemistry, reflect light, and weave the story of stellar evolution. Have you ever traced the pattern of threads in a woven blanket, feeling how each one supports the others? Imagine dust threads weaving through the galaxy. Feel their delicate texture. Hear the hush of fibers brushing together. See intricate patterns forming in darkness. Let those threads wrap around you. You can release everything now. And as you drift deeper, the dust becomes a gentle thought, something ancient, soft, familiar. It reminds you that you too are made of stardust. Every atom in your body once lived inside ancient stars, drifting through the galaxy before finding its place in you. Imagine that stardust gathering slowly into your form. Feel warmth rising gently inside you. Hear silence settling into your bones. See faint light glowing beneath your skin. Let that understanding cradle you. Imagine settling deeper into the place where your body rests, letting the warmth beneath you rise gently into your muscles, letting your breathing fall into a slow, calming rhythm. The night around you feels soft, patient, perhaps even protective, as though the quiet itself has wrapped its arms around you. Far beyond your room, the Milky Way stretches across the darkness, an ancient spiraling river of starlight drifting through cosmic night. And as you breathe softly, you might wonder, from which corner of the world are you drifting off tonight? Wherever your body lies, let the stillness gather around you. Let your thoughts loosen. Let your breath settle like dust in morning light. You don't need to stay awake. You don't need to follow every thought. The Milky Way's shape is one of the galaxy's gentlest mysteries. To the human eye on Earth, it appears as a faint glowing band crossing the night sky, a soft brush stroke painted across darkness. But from afar, the Milky Way reveals itself as a barred spiral galaxy, with delicate arms unfurling outward like ribbons drifting in slow motion. Have you ever watched a ribbon floating underwater, moving with soft currents? Imagine the Milky Way's arms drifting that way. Feel the cool water around the ribbon. Hear gentle bubbles rising. See the fabric waving in graceful patterns. Let that movement calm you. You can drift deeper. The galaxy's spiral arms are not solid structures. They are patterns, waves of density where stars gather more densely for a time, then drift apart as they orbit. It's like watching the pattern of cars on a highway. The cars move, but the traffic jam remains in one place longer than any individual vehicle. Imagine standing on a bridge over a slow-moving road at night. Feel the cool rail beneath your hands. Hear tires humming softly. See headlights clustering into gentle patterns. Let that soft flow guide your breath. You don't need to think. The Milky Way has 4 main spiral arms, but 2 dominate the structure, the Perseus arm and the Scutum Centaurus arm. These 2 long sweeping arms curve gracefully around the galactic center, glowing with young stars, warm gas and drifting dust. Imagine walking along an enormous circular path lit by lanterns placed far apart. Feel the soft light beneath your feet. Hear quiet night sounds around you. See lanterns glowing in gentle arcs. Let the long curve of that path ease your mind. You can drift. Between the major arms lie smaller, quieter ones, like the one where the sun lives, called the Orion Spur. It isn't a massive arm, just a delicate bridge between larger structures. A peaceful neighborhood far from the crowded center, a quiet place in a quiet galaxy. Have you ever lived on a peaceful side street away from the noise of a city? Imagine that street now. Feel the cool pavement beneath your feet. Hear distant sounds softened by distance. See warm lights flickering in windows. Let the peacefulness settle around you. You don't need to stay alert. The center of the Milky Way holds a galactic bar, a long, glowing stretch of stars that resembles a lantern laid horizontally across the sky. This bar funnels gas inward, helping new stars form near the galactic core. It spins slowly, like a warm rod stirring a pot of glowing stardust. Imagine stirring honey in a warm cup of tea, watching golden swirls drift outward. Feel the warmth rising into your hands. Hear the soft clink of a spoon. See glowing patterns settling into calm spirals. Let that motion sink into your breath. You can drift gently. The galaxy's shape is not flat. It bends, it warps. Its disk curves upward on one side and downward on the other, like a soft cosmic smile bent by the weight of past encounters with small galaxies. Have you ever seen a leaf floating on water, its edges curling upward in gentle shapes? Imagine the Milky Way curling that way. Feel water moving beneath the leaf. Hear tiny ripples brushing against its edges. See soft moonlight glinting across its surface. Let that quiet curl relax your chest. You can fade. The galaxy's outer regions stretch into the halo, a vast sphere of faint stars, globular clusters, and dark matter. These stars are among the oldest in the universe, glowing with deep golden light. They hover above the spiral disk like quiet sentinels watching over the galaxy. Imagine lanterns placed on high poles around a peaceful clearing. Feel their gentle glow surrounding you. Hear insects humming softly in the dark. See golden circles of light hovering above. Let that gentle watchfulness soothe you. You don't need to stay awake. The shape of the Milky Way changes very slowly over time. Arms shift. Dust clouds drift. Star clusters move. The entire galaxy breathes across millions of years. It is alive in the slowest and gentlest sense, shaped not by sudden events but by soft, patient currents. Have you ever watched a candle flame sway gently in a room where no wind seems to blow? Imagine the galaxy breathing like that flame. Feel warmth flickering near your face. Hear tiny pops of melting wax. See shadows shifting softly on the walls. Let your breath sink with that gentle sway. You can drift further. Many galaxies have harsh shapes, chaotic spirals, violent cores, sharp distortions from collisions. But the Milky Way's structure is calmer, more balanced, shaped by long eras of quiet growth. It is a galaxy that has chosen softness over chaos, slow evolution over frantic change. Imagine choosing the quieter path on a forest trail, the one that winds gently through moss and ferns instead of steep climbs. Feel soft earth beneath your feet. Hear water trickling nearby. See filtered sunlight falling in warm patterns. Let that quiet path guide your mind to rest. You don't need to stay present. The Milky Way's spiral arms are full of stars at different stages of life. Newborns glowing blue-white, elders shining red-gold, and countless others drifting in between. Each star contributes to the soft shape of the galaxy, like threads in a vast glowing tapestry. Imagine running your fingers across a woven blanket full of different textures. Feel the warmth of the fabric. Hear threads brushing softly. See colors blending into gentle patterns. Let that tapestry wrap around you. You can drift. The rotation of the Milky Way is one of its defining shapes. Stars closer to the center orbit faster than those farther out, but not in the way planets do around the Sun. Instead, the entire disk turns with a kind of unified grace, guided largely by dark matter, an invisible presence that shapes the galaxy without being seen. Have you ever felt someone's presence in a room before hearing or seeing them? Imagine dark matter with that same quiet presence. Feel its subtle guidance around you. Hear imagined hums of gravity. See stars drifting in patterns it draws. Let that invisible calm soothe you. You can soften even more. The Milky Way is moving, even now. It drifts toward Andromeda. It wobbles through dark matter streams. It glides through the cosmic web. But none of this motion feels rushed. None of it feels urgent. The galaxy moves the way fog rolls across hills, slowly, gently, almost imperceptibly. Have you ever watched morning mist spread across a quiet field, moving so slowly you only notice its progress when you look away? Imagine that mist as the galaxy. Feel cool air brushing your face. Hear distant birds calling. See pale light shimmering through fog. Let that slowness ease you. You can drift deeper now, and as you drift into the deeper quiet of this night, the Milky Way's shape continues to unfold in soft, cosmic slow motion. Every curve, every spiral, every faint thread of dust builds a structure that has taken billions of years to form. A structure that holds you gently inside it, the way a seashell holds the memory of ancient tides. You don't need to stay awake for this part. You can drift, you can soften, you can let everything else go. The galaxy's spiral arms are not fixed like the spokes of a wheel. They shift and wander over time, shaped by vast gravitational tides. These tides are gentle, like invisible fingers smoothing wrinkles in fabric. As stars orbit the center, they slide in and out of these waves, contributing to the graceful pattern without staying in one place for long. Have you ever watched curtains billowing in a slow breeze, rising and falling, folding and unfolding as the wind drifts through the room? Imagine the galaxy's arms moving like that. Feel fabric brushing your skin. Hear the faint whisper of air. See patterns shifting with calm purpose. Let your mind fold into those motions. You can drift deeper. At the very center of the Milky Way lies a region of breathtaking complexity. Dust clouds circle the core like luminous smoke. Star clusters scatter in bright arcs, and hidden far beneath all of it lies a supermassive black hole, Sagittarius A, a quiet giant resting in the darkness. Contrary to its reputation, Sagittarius A is peaceful. It feeds slowly, it flickers softly. It is more like a sleeping ember than a roaring flame. Have you ever seen a coal at the bottom of a dying fire glowing red without sound? Imagine the galactic center glowing that way. Feel the warmth radiating faintly. Hear silence settling around the ember. See soft red light pulsing. Let that steady pulse slow your own. You don't need to think. The shape of the Milky Way is held together by a balance of forces, gravity pulling inward, motion carrying stars outward, and dark matter forming a quiet cage around the whole structure. This balance is delicate, peaceful, and stable, the galactic equivalent of a bird gliding on an updraft without flapping its wings. Imagine lying on your back in warm water, floating effortlessly as the world supports you. Feel water lifting your body. Hear distant ripples. See sky stretching endlessly above. Let the quiet support hold you the same way. You can soften. The galaxy also contains long, faint streams of stars, remnants of ancient mergers and forgotten galaxies that were absorbed long ago. These streams wrap around the Milky Way like soft scarves drifting in the wind of time. Have you ever thrown a long scarf into the air and watched it twist, hang, and settle gently around your shoulders? Imagine star streams doing that. Feel soft fabric landing lightly. Hear cloth brushing against your skin. See the scarf settling naturally into place. Let that draping ease your thoughts. You don't need awareness. Above and below the disk lies the thick disk, a puffed out layer of older stars. These stars orbit more chaotically, with motions that tilt and wobble slightly. This layer gives the Milky Way a soft halo-like glow, like faint light spilling from behind translucent curtains. Imagine standing behind a curtain made of thin fabric, watching sunlight filter through it in soft, hazy patterns. Feel the light warming you. Hear fabric shifting slightly. See shadows blending gently into brightness. Let that hazy glow settle over your breathing. You can drift farther. The spiral arms themselves host countless delicate structures, feathers, spurs, bridges of gas, small clusters, and star-forming knots. Each structure is like a brushstroke on a canvas, contributing to the overall shape without needing to be perfect on its own. Have you ever looked closely at a painting and noticed tiny strokes you had never seen before, each one contributing quietly to the whole? Imagine those strokes as stars. Feel the texture of canvas under your hand. Hear quiet strokes as the brush moves. See details emerging from subtle marks. Let that subtlety soothe you. You don't need to stay present. The Milky Way is also gently warped, as though the entire galaxy took a long, slow breath ages ago and never fully released it. The disk bends upward on one side and downward on the other, creating a cosmic ripple shaped by ancient interactions with nearby galaxies. Imagine a sheet of silk lying on a table, lifted slightly at the edges by a soft breeze. Feel the silk under your fingertips. Hear the whisper of air moving beneath it. See its edges rising smoothly. Let that ripple move through your thoughts. You can soften more. In some regions, dust gathers into lanes so thick that they block starlight entirely, forming dark rivers cutting through the bright swirl of the galaxy. These dark lanes are like the quiet pauses in music, empty spaces that make the surrounding light even more beautiful. Have you ever listened to a piece of music where the silence between notes felt as meaningful as the notes themselves? Imagine those pauses now. Feel stillness spreading inside you. Hear silence settling softly. See darkness embracing starlight. Let the pauses calm your thoughts. You can drift. The Milky Way is full of voids, wide open spaces where few stars live. These voids form gentle pockets of quiet in the galactic disk, like empty rooms in an ancient house. Have you ever stood in an empty room and felt how silence changes the shape of the air? Imagine galactic voids that way. Feel openness expanding around you. Hear the hush of space. See distant walls fading into shadow. Let that openness relax you. You don't need to stay awake. As the galaxy rotates, stars move in graceful ellipses, but they also bob above and below the galactic plane in slow, rhythmic oscillations. This motion is like the rocking of a cradle, a gentle, repeating pattern that has gone on for billions of years. Have you ever rocked slowly in a hammock, feeling the rise and fall beneath you? Imagine the galaxy rocking like that. Feel motion beneath your body. Hear fabric swaying in the breeze. See treetops drifting in and out of view. Let that rocking guide you towards sleep. You can rest. The shape of the Milky Way is not purely flat, not purely round, not strictly ordered. It is organic, a living structure growing and changing over time. It bends, it ripples, it stretches, it breathes. Imagine holding a seashell and tracing its curves, realizing that every spiral, every ridge, every smooth surface was shaped by time, water, and slow growth. Feel the shell's cool surface. Hear waves in the background. See spirals forming gently beneath your fingers. Let those spirals settle into your mind. You can drift deeper. The galaxy is made of patterns that repeat in soft fractal ways. Spirals within spirals, waves within waves, threads within threads. Each pattern echoes a deeper truth, that the universe is shaped by repetition, rhythm, and slow, patient cycles. Have you ever watched waves rolling in, one after another, each one familiar yet different? Imagine that endless rhythm now. Feel water pulling at your ankles. Hear waves crashing softly. See foam dissolving into sand. Let that repetition soothe your breathing. You can soften even more. The galaxy's shape reflects its past, but it also shapes its future. Dust clouds will compress, stars will form, clusters will dissolve, arms will shift, all of it happening slowly, quietly, dreamily. Imagine watching shadows lengthen during sunset, knowing night will come but feeling no rush, just calm acceptance. Feel shadows brushing your skin. Hear the air cooling gradually. See darkness rising with gentle purpose. Let that transition carry you. You don't need to remain conscious. Soon the Milky Way will drift into deeper darkness, continuing its long journey toward Andromeda. The spiral arms will stretch, the core will shift, but these changes will take billions of years, longer than human memory, longer than mountains, longer than oceans. Imagine watching a flower bloom in time-lapse, petals opening slowly over days, far too slow to notice moment by moment. Feel petals brushing each other. Hear bees humming distantly. See colour deepening. Let that slow unfolding settle into your chest. You can drift now. As your eyes grow heavy, you rest inside the Milky Way's shape, inside its spirals, inside its calm pathways, inside its drifting arms. You are part of its structure, part of its motion, part of its gentle geometry. Imagine settling deeper into the place where your body rests tonight, letting the softness beneath you cradle your weight as your breath begins to move in slow, drifting waves. The night feels calm around you, almost velvety, as if the darkness itself is smoothing your thoughts into quiet shapes. Far beyond your room, beneath the spiral arms and drifting dust lanes, lies the heart of the Milky Way, a region glowing softly with ancient starlight, warm gas, and patient motion. And as you breathe a little slower, you might wonder softly, what time is it where you are right now? Whatever the hour, let its quiet settle into your chest. Let your shoulders loosen. Let the day dissolve gently behind you. You don't need to stay awake. You don't need to follow everything that comes next. The center of the Milky Way is not the bright white blaze of a cosmic storm. It is a warm golden haze of stars packed closely together, their combined glow creating a soft radiance that spreads outward like the heart ember of a long-burning fire. This region, called the galactic bulge, is an old, patient part of the galaxy, made of stars that have lived for billions of years. Let yourself soften into that shape. Let yourself drift with those spirals. Let yourself rest in that quiet. Good night.